tying my trousers to the tree and I'm gonna use them to save my life. These dogs look like they could probably kill me. To find a place to camp and minded every single day about what happened. And I thought life couldn't get any more random. I've now been taken to a farm and we're about to ride horses. This is certainly not what I expected when I woke up this morning and ran to the road in an attempt to escape a thunderstorm. I'm Alice, I'm 25 from the UK, and I've spent much of my adult life living on the road, hitchhiking around the world and telling the stories of the people I meet. By this point, you probably already know that this is a series about me hitchhiking home from being kidnapped. But here's a little background information as to how and why that happened. In April 2026, I was working as a journalist on a humanitarian mission attempting to sail to Gaza to deliver aid. This involved people from over 100 nationalities risking their lives as part of the largest civilian-led maritime convoy in history. Whilst still 700 miles from Gaza, Israeli forces kidnapped us in the middle of the night. IDF soldiers boarded our vessels, saying that they would shoot us if we didn't comply. What followed needs far more explanation than I have time for here, but I'll provide all of the links that you need to understand the full story. The specific series is about how and why I decided to hitchhike home after being kidnapped, as opposed to going straight back to safety and taking a flight. Throughout my life, I've hitchhiked almost the same distance as the circumference of Earth, through deserts, mountains, seas, and war zones. If it's taught me one thing, it's that most people are really good. After the most intense, violent, life-changing 2 months of my life, I knew that time on the road would help me process everything, but most importantly, restore my faith in humanity. As you watch me living in a tent on roadsides across Europe, I'll show you some of the best of humanity, talk about the importance of doing things that scare you, and hopefully provide you with an at least somewhat educational, philosophical, and entertaining journey along the way. Welcome to day 3 of hitchhiking home from Turkey to the UK after being kidnapped. I have woken up in a beautiful forest by a lake in Kosovo. The lake is in there, you can't really see. Kosovo is a country that I think a lot of people don't know much about, so I'm going to try and explain the little that I do know about it. It gained its independence from Serbia in 2008, but there are still a few places that don't recognise it. Serbia don't recognise it as its own country, and I crossed the border from Serbia into Kosovo yesterday, and when I was talking to the Serbians that were driving me, the kind of feeling towards Kosovo was quite mixed. So one person was kind of like, why on earth would you want to go to Kosovo? It's really dangerous, the people there aren't nice. And then the second person that I went with was really positive about it and said that on a personal level, Serbians and people from Kosovo are friendly, but on a political level, they don't have a good relationship. Personal first impressions of Kosovo are very good. As you saw in yesterday's episode, I got picked up by the police from the border, who then drove me to his family's house, and his family cooked me dinner. And so I felt very safe and looked after from the moment I entered the country. I'm going to start packing my tent away, but as I'm doing that, I'm going to try and keep explaining a little bit more about the political situation in Kosovo. Kosovo has long been home to an ethnic Albanian majority, but was part of Serbia within former Yugoslavia. In the late 1990s, tensions escalated as Serbian forces conducted mass killings, forced expulsions, and widespread atrocities against the people of Kosovo. Around 13,000 people were killed and hundreds and thousands were displaced. In 1999, NATO intervened with an air campaign, backed politically by countries including the US and the UK. Kosovo declared independence from Serbia in 2008 and is recognised by over 100 UN states, Serbia not being one of them. Around 90% of people in Kosovo are ethnically Albanian, and many of them today want to unite with Albania. The remnants and trauma of the war are still felt daily in society, as I was soon to find out. I was just really enjoying some time sat here. I started editing some Instagram videos and I just heard a massive rumble of thunder up ahead. The trees have all started shaking and I have no internet, so I can't check the weather forecast. But I think I need to get the hell out of here and get on the road and get into a vehicle because I have no means of protection if it starts raining, and I did not even think about that when I started this journey. So I'm gonna get onto the road, get out of this forest and go and find some shelter, or at least get moving to a place where I might be able to get some shelter. God damn it. So I got onto the road, and before I even had the chance to start filming, I got picked up and I'm with some lovely people who have invited me to breakfast. And where we are now is really sunny, but up ahead in the direction that I want to go to, the storm looks massive. You can see the rain coming down from the clouds even from over here. So I'm gonna cross that bridge a little bit later. But for now, I'm in the hands of some very kind people who have invited me to go to breakfast, and I'm really excited to do that. Do you understand what I said? Yeah, it's chucking it down with rain now. I'm so happy to be in this car. To think that half an hour ago I was in my tent trying to pack it up and run away from the thunderstorm, and now I'm in a restaurant with this huge breakfast and the rain is pouring outside. I'm extremely lucky and extremely grateful for the people that I'm with that don't want to be on camera, but I promise you they are amazing people. So I am now in the family home of the people that I just had breakfast with, and none of them want to talk on camera, but I feel like I have a lot to unpack here. As soon as I got in the car, I was with a guy and his two aunties. They immediately invited me to breakfast with them and said I could shelter in their house until the storm passed. This was within knowing them for less than 30 seconds. They proceeded to offer to buy me clothes, clean the ones that I had, and said I could stay at their house for as long as I wanted. They were very insistent that their faces weren't on camera, which made me feel slightly skeptical about the whole thing. But there also wasn't a moment where I felt unsafe, and by the afternoon I couldn't quite believe the turn in events that had taken place. So when I thought life couldn't get any more random, I've now been taken to a farm and we're about to ride horses, and we've got a big truck full of carrots, some extremely angry dogs. To be honest, those dogs look like they could probably kill me. And some beautiful horses that we're about to ride. I am now on top of a horse. So I am sat on a pony riding horses through fields with 3 guys from Kosovo whose names I do not know, and I think I might steal this horse and go the whole way back to the UK instead of hitchhiking. It seems like a viable option, to be honest. This is certainly not what I expected when I woke up this morning and ran to the road in an attempt to escape a thunderstorm. This is delightful. Life is full of surprises, isn't it? Hey, stop it. Right, it's time to say goodbye to these lovely horses. My horse was called Ruben, and now it's time for me to hit the road again and go and find another place to camp tonight, which I'm super excited to do. And I haven't got that far until I'm at the border to Montenegro, but I do need to hurry up and get on the road before dark because it's nearly 5 p.m. and I haven't even left yet. Just got given a load of food from the grandma, which was so cute. I can't get over the people here. They're unbelievably hospitable. The family that have adopted me today are some of the kindest people I've ever met, but they really, really don't want to be on camera, and that's totally fine. But something I'd just like to show you guys is this house, which isn't really a house anymore. And that's because it was bombed in the war in 1999. And the house that I've been in eating with the family, they started rebuilding a couple of years ago because obviously they could not live in this. The dad was part of the military during the war and had a whole collection of guns that he was showing me. Also didn't want to be on camera, and I just hope that showing this, even without the people talking, can still give you guys a sense of what the people here have been through and how it still shows up in people's everyday lives here. This kind of demolished building is right next to the house that they live in, and so they are reminded every single day about what happened.
Given the storm had passed, I wanted to get on my way and found a lake 100 or so kilometres in the westward direction I wanted to hitchhike to by nightfall. I hate to admit that I forgot to film the majority of the rest of the day, but hitchhiking was extremely easy, with many people offering me food and driving me out of their way. I continued to be blown away by the hospitality of the people of Kosovo.
So I've just got to the lake where I'm going to camp tonight, and there's a lot that I haven't filmed today, and there's a lot that I want to unpack and decompress. Something that I feel time and time again when I'm traveling as a white person with a strong passport is it's countries with people that have been through the greatest political hardship and suffering throughout their lives that offer the most immense hospitality. And it's the same situation every single time, and that's what I've experienced here in Kosovo. These people have been through so much and they are so kind. I'm just walking to the lake to find a place to camp, and what I thought would be a nice opening to camp next to has turned out to be this. How lovely. Humans, great job. I will not be camping here. I will instead continue my search through the forest. So I really want to swim, but the spot that I found to enter the water down here, I'm a little bit concerned that I'm not going to be able to get out. So I'm just tying my trousers to the tree, and I'm going to use them to save my life if I need it. Okay, well that was a stupid idea. I got in the water because I wanted to wash. I didn't think that getting out of the water would do this to me, and I can tell you now, I'm not getting back in again. Those trousers on my tree did save my life, but they did not protect me from getting this muddy. Oh no. Here I am again, putting my tent up in the dark. I feel like today has been a really crazy day. I've met so many people and had so many interactions of immense kindness and hospitality, and people are doing this because they want to show me their country and show me who they are. And I always want to return the favour. Something that I cannot help but feel as I've received so much hospitality today is, once again, the parallels between the privilege that I have as a British passport holder and the people here in Kosovo have with their passport. When I receive hospitality, I think it feels completely natural to say, you know, you're welcome in England anytime. But actually, that's a completely empty promise, or a completely empty invitation for me to even suggest that. Because for someone from Kosovo, they have to go through months and months of paperwork, bureaucracy, and money and visa appointments to be able to come to the UK. Whereas I can just move through this country freely. You know, I arrived yesterday evening and I'm going to be gone by tomorrow morning. So what is different about me that allows me to move freely through their land, but that doesn't allow them to come to my country, to come to my house, to have my mum make dinner for them? And this is dill. I think it's dill. It is dill. Wow, I've never eaten dill on its own before. Ha! That's like really strong. I wish I had some salmon. So good. Right, I'm going to keep putting the tent up. I am now snug as a bug in my tent, and I hope there's no bugs snuggling with me. I have now managed to wash off most of the mud that was on my legs when I got out of the lake. Tomorrow I will be crossing the border into Montenegro, and my journey from Turkey back to the UK will continue.